Wednesday, the 18th of December 2024, 18 minutes gone past 1600 hours. We live once again on Aqua24 Radio, Abrabapa Radio, Aqua24 Radio GH, on Facebook, Aqua24 Radio Stroke TV, YouTube, Aqua24 Radio, and on X at Aqua24 Radio with another edition of Bamaso. This is where discerning Ghanaians with discerning thoughts, we come just to deliberate on all possibilities with which we will awaken to our role as co-creators and catalysts in the making of a very beautiful Ghana. Here, we know one thing for sure. We are the very Ghana that we talk about every now and then. And if that is the case, then it becomes imperative for us to be able to put on the table that which would cause the Ghana we so much want to have. If for any reason we are unhappy with the Ghana that we are having, it is just a matter of choice for us to change what we are imputing so that we'll be able to have a different output altogether. And if we keep doing the same thing and expect different results, well, as per Albert Einstein, that is called insanity. So around here, we take deliberate effort to ponder over all possibilities with which we'll be able to awaken to our co-creatorship and catalyst in the making of a very beautiful Ghana. It's all about Ghana. So we know you may have other identities. They are all good, they are all important. But remember, all those other identities are just to make sure Ghana gets better. So just ask yourself, in whichever identity that you may find, if you were acting as a Ghanaian in that identity, what would be your life? If we start from the top, if our president is acting as a Ghanaian in his capacity as the president, what would his life be like? If the vice president is acting as a Ghanaian in his capacity as the vice president, what would his life be like? If our member of parliament are acting like Ghanaians in their role or their capacity as member of parliament, what would their life be like? If our judiciary, if they were acting as Ghanaians in their capacity, what would their life be like? If our doctors, our teachers, our mechanics, our engineers, our nurses, the list goes on. If our pastors, if they were all acting as Ghanaians in their capacities, what would their life be like? Think of it. So yes, now get to yourself once again. If you were acting as a Ghanaian in your role or in your identity as a member of whatever political party that you believe in, what would your life be like? Would you be sycophantly protecting your idol in that political party, knowing very well that what they are doing, ignorantly or knowingly, is going to mess up our dear nation Ghana? Would you do that? Think of it. So yes, you come as a Ghanaian, you reason as a Ghanaian, you do all your things as a Ghanaian, and I bet you the very best, nothing but the very best, will certainly emerge of you. To this effect, I would humbly welcome you once again to Bamaso. and Jackets, yes, Ronco, dear Mudoni, dear Mopi, and come out. Baby, I will be some pens who are feeding that A24 radio, Abrapa radio, A24 radio GH. It's a Facebook, Anna Owa, A24 radio stroke TV, YouTube, A24 radio, Anna X at A24 radio, and they say, Yabaha, Yabetwatwa, ya Hekwa, meet me afa, Ama, Wama Ghana, ye, or my cron, Akonim. And if you some pens, we are copying said in Medina, baby, you know, Oya Ghana, by Junessa Ghana, baby, I would be a Junessa Ghana, in whatever capacity that you find yourself, Mr. Awa, Junessa Ghana. Na Junessa Ghana, there's one thing that is so certain. I drink here, and a be free mu a pea abba. I drink mood do a mu pea, and then a be free abba. And tea a homrasia, any dear quan so in country say. So ya Santini, so yeah a chimney, say or support to MPP, support to NDC. When kada say a hum here a year. Nemum. Dear also uhuni say. Sa a year I shan so dear hodwa canin. Dear a bit mammy who say. And fast war was so pa a year. Or more contribution to my Ghana year yo. So to me a I bet you. Wow be who say near me be phone more piano. A bay near ma everywhere or my Ghana year yo, everywhere or my Ghana canco. Na na a refi say said ye biano. We belong to a bigger group. And if we belong to a bigger group and we don't take care of that bigger group, when that bigger group falls apart, there will be nowhere for our smaller groups to stand. You see, my culture will say, Ghana na yedi pumasi breno. It's just a starting point. Don't limit yourself to only Ghana. And as you continue to grow in wisdom, as you continue to grow in much more awareness, you come to realize, say, Ghana and so it belongs to a bigger group. That's the beauty of nature. That's the very beauty of life. And see, if Ghana also belongs to a bigger group, say a bigger group, say if it falls apart, then Ghana will also have nowhere to stand as well. So it's so interesting. So all the other groups that belong to well, you can say the universal group, which is called life. They must make sure, say, the big group is in order. And it's not about being inward looking. No. You can't want them. When you look at it from that perspective, you realize, you say, say, hey, mind your own business. Yeah. Mind your own business. It was minding its own business. Afi yehu ya ne say na the anus was suffering. The anus was telling the mouth, please don't allow this kind of food to enter. Don't. And then the mouth said, hey, my friend, mind your own business. Na a kind of food that entered was causing constipation. And a cause of constipation, na emerson yes the anus will allow the excess to come out. Now the anus was suffering. But the mouth said, mind your own business. You see, when you think cosmically, when you think from the universal perspective, when you think from the place of wholeness, you come to realize, say, your business is my business. And we need to work hand in hand to make sure, say, everything works out beautifully. And the bottom line is, say, whatever other identity, in the context of what we are doing here, apart from you being a Ghanaian, I was say a boy, a more my Ghana, it me conkai. I send you no. So to me, yes, For starters, Ibiana when develop a lot of likeness in the midst of the very ones who are not thinking in alignment with you. You may not do that. You won't develop that likeness. But don't give up. Your dream is, or your aspiration should be, and we are no more can should also be able to come and reason from where you are, and they say if the bigger group has no legs, there will be nowhere for the smaller group to stand. And the smaller group should seek the well-meant of the bigger group. I'm saying in here rocket science for you to understand. But whichever way, because one reprogram kakra so that we will come to the awareness to say Ghana stands supreme, and whatever the case may be, we have to wish our nation very well. Over the past week, we have been talking about say the AC kono for them to score some points, for them to drive their own personal goals home. No, they wouldn't want to wish the new incoming administration very well. All they will do is they will drive the energies down. They will say things that if you are not a very strong-minded person, it will derail you from your course. It's like attitude. Oh, it will come. Now, when you observe social media, it's so much. Oh, and train say $1 to $1. I say, Nina and say, only choice, no, and to me, and really. Now, we have to get to that point to say we would be able to grow through our pain and begin to wish our nation very well. Said the right football team here in Fatohono. Maybe I now play a bia ope senka onkobo blaster no. Oh, play no. No. Where nya chance. Anko bo blaster no. Player na nya chance. Anko. Right? Nemum Ghana ye yontino. Ghana yo entino. Whatever the case may be, you support the Blasters. With no reservations, so. With no reservations. Enti enkoba say o ko hese won betimi asha na say o ko to support them to make them win. And no ana o wa na champion no. No ko pe o kwa na kwa me bidi akon. Na so say na kwa me bidi akon enwini a na say Ghana dodo na ese Owura John Dramani Mahama ofren Ababiu onsamra emeto aswa Ghana nti tiniye Ghana nti I'll throw my support behind him. It's a very conscious mindset. Eya adwena emu do. Adwena emu api. It comes with no you see now what Owahene is trying to tell you, they say Ghana eso sen wo party no. Ghana eso sen wa man yoku no. Enti if Ghana have decided to say this is the person to lead the nation for a man you SM to baby. For to baby and support Ghana. Now, you see, when you are supporting Ghana, it also means a lot. It does not mean say you turn a blind eye on the things that leadership are doing just because you support Ghana. In fact, when you are supporting Ghana, what it means, and they say You are seeking the very best for Ghana. And when you are seeking the very best for Ghana, when leadership are going wronger, you prompt, hey, my friend, hey, think of this once again. This approach that you are taking is not the best for the nation Ghana. That is how you do it. But you don't sit somewhere and you say, yeah, can you? Aye. See, yeah, can you? Some argument so. Yanka. As a what you were broadcasting was say uni chrono unfairly for you to say yeah can meboa. When you come to understand how our minds are so powerful, you realize say enipa mienu ekotena baby na omadwene ye penkro to even say omu nyina e focus on one thing, that thing can happen. And let's work towards having the very beautiful thoughts for our dear nation Ghana. Assembly no. Timesa mo akwaba eri abadwumadi so. Why? So what any said ye nanatena anasara bedi akon Dr. Ebenezer Mufabo atie me se ne papa yonti nananketia. America for samsafo abeta joint. Ghana for wa na champon. One name nim se onom club bia ni bia of tune out o twa club bia no France for of Kwame the man that does a lot of downloads on just here Spain for of Abodi in fact so any inquiry Papa Smiley and yaba. I'll be leaving the studios at 6 o'clock. I'll do my best if need be to continue to run things until 6:45. And if I'll be the chief for Baba, I'll be soon there. Then we carry on until possibly 8 o'clock before BB comes in with turning to God's word Jumedie. And there are questions and answers. Asembusa ene anu yi asemu asembusa ene anu yi nti bra na for asembusa bra fa anu yi ni bi bra na nyina together yensuya bibi yemfa bibi nka de already yenim dada no ho. When you compare what is there to be known as against what you already know, you come to realize that what you know is super negligible. When you are to compare what is there to be known as against what you know, you realize what you know is just super negligible. And for a kukudam. Wakon edin di Socrates or say, I know one thing, and that is I know nothing. The son said, so you see, look at it this way. Look at the size of the planet that we are on as against the Milky Way galaxy. You come to realize, you say, hey, as I see akakrakasi na doing says no. Oh, as compared to what is the existence, no. Yeah, and see what is there to be known as against to what as compared to what you know now, my brother. You know nothing. And don't you say humble yourself, no. Don't throw your weight about because hey, my friend, you know nothing. You only negligible. And he you know, humility, you come. If you have the answers, you support, and then we all grow together. Come on. We all grow together. Inti yanche ho kra no ye be hyase e wo sam eso so why ready nkwa dia yan hyase e wo sam so na enko wa hene champion ne abe and ofa kofi chumberema. Inti sam say why ready enko dia ba masuminia
drink KCL
na be me na empom to say
yes I don't boko sorry
nyam yadom mesum ho ye pa why Oba de ada ro bibia de no check
for any all the contributors. I hope so be your Kenti share my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And also real quick before I record, I want here and now too, Ghana and I did chuckle. It wasn't that I was laughing at you. I was laughing with you. Even cry, I think it's Papa Somali kind, but even cry at their channel because I couldn't even recite as far as you did. And network in Pokra and your crowd, so we are the every pray, and the beautiful thing is it became a discussion of the day too. So, in any ways, in case I offended you, I just wanted to let you know. I'm sorry. So, please do forgive me if I offended you. Enko yɛ Papa Smile.
Yo, Sam. The correct. I'm saying, or one champion, a draw attention to say, Ubi is the way to the honor, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nah, I say, Syriano, Ejina Homa never be brave. So, now, Openibia, minimum power Ghana, or can say me to or say, as a pestre. Asempa esre eti ubehunu se ebia obi abronsa right wanom nsa pa na so de oba no okọ left no oba right okọ left no oba right ubehu an wa pori baako ubehu ni bia obi isre sometimes per your interpretation be our case be will be a puri or plan was but sometimes na no keke enti be out nipa nesre or share the movement here and there na na quite na ebi wo hono na ubanyu say nipa pa na etimi akoda nim sa now in the case of the national anthem no yemu bi kura no I tell you see a cast young can a bear challenging Eddie Amaye, trust me. You would do na a bear challenging Eddie Amaye. But so Ubi is that me from where I stand and I wouldn't say so already kill. So
yeah.
I wouldn't look at it that way. And I know so what also do understand from that angle. And see we are sure so you okay with you. Why? Or Katachi you okay with you. Now next week yeah more assignment. Yeah ba over canina.
Hey, Master Tobo. To break.
What day? Okay, any the first part.
First part, okay, may try. Because the funny thing is they are like not one here canon. Because I have to learn because work Ghana. I think I can't assembly I can't, so I knew it off the top of my head. But I mean back Chrome Hanu say I didn't do it regularly, Just I forgot about how to say it and everything. And in America here they do a good job, even though it's not recited in school. It's like Oko High School is a classroom on more, and every major event to be a basketball, soccer, whatever the event is, they sing it. So even though I haven't taken my time to study, it's like it's constantly, you cannot miss it. As long as even crowd, if they'll find somebody to sing it. So they do a good job of making people sing it, and as you keep singing and singing it, one here kind of. Now you start to pay attention to the words, and people really do take these words and try to live by it and try to, it becomes something more than just a song to them. So yeah, I'll look into it.
That's right. First part. Said all canon. They are very important. It's not about so bit me and I so bit my recite. It's about the contemplations that you do on the words that are in the anthem, in the pledge, and what have you, right? On say the national pledge, So unim the so the national pledge, so.
Minim banning kai. the name yeah,
Uh,
that one. But
and
I don't even remember how to start.
I promise on my honor to
Oh
be faithful and
yeah,
loyal to Ghana, my motherland. So
yeah, yeah.
and then the shasi, right? Even the first part I can't want me kind to see, also say, I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to Ghana, my motherland. Contemplate on that, Uncle Sam. Just contemplate on that. Also say, I promised on my honor
to be faithful
and loyal
to my
Ghana,
to my motherland,
to Ghana, my motherland.
Just that alone.
Just that alone.
Really truly
contemplate on that.
Just that alone. If we are really truly paying attention to it, and we really truly care about Ghana, and we really truly want to see Ghana succeed, based on that alone, to be loyal and faithful. Forget, forget the people, forget what you do and all that. Just be faithful to Mother Ghana.
That's right.
If you're really faithful to Mother Ghana, if you're really loyal to Ghana, for 1 million and share on passing, no one say a bit to me abua amanfo, a bit to me abua Ghana, my Ghana. If you're really being faithful to Ghana,